Carmen J. Gorin.
I am Jasper Argentas.
I am Leia A. Pasua. I'm Evangeline Todo.
And I'm Marjorie Alvarez.
And we are the Study House 6.
Good day, everyone. We are here to present the 6 major theories on child and adolescent development.
So now, let's begin by exploring the first theory, the psychoanalytic theory by Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud. Freud's psychoanalytic theory focuses on how unconscious motives and early childhood experiences shapes a person's personality and behavior. Freud believed that human development occurs through 5 stages of psychosexual development. We have oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital. Each stage centers on pleasure from different parts of the body. If conflicts in any stages are not resolved, it may cause fixations that affect adult behavior. He also introduced the ID, ego, and superego, representing instincts, reality, and morality, which work together to form our personality. Example, for instance, a child who experiences overly strict toilet training may grow up to be overly organized or perfectionist, showing fixations from the anal stage. As future educators, we must understand that children's behavior often come from deep emotional experiences. As teachers, we should be patient, observant, and supportive in helping students express and manage their emotions positively. Focus on emotions and unconscious mind, let's now move to a theory that explains how children think and learn. So we have Jean Piaget's cognitive development theory, to be discussed by Jasril Ardian.
Then Piaget's theory explains how children actively construct knowledge as they grow and experience the world. He proposed 4 stages of cognitive development. First, sensory motor stage, 0 to 2 years old, learning through senses and movement. Second, pre-operational stage, 2 to 7 years old, thinking symbolically but still egocentric. Third, concrete operational stage, 7 to 11 years old, logical thinking develops but still tied to concrete ideas. 4, formal operational stage, 12 and above, abstract and hypothetically thinking emerge. According to Piaget, children are not passive learners, learn by exploring, discovering, and solving problems on their own. Example, a child may think a taller glass has more judge than a shorter one, even if both could contain the same amount, showing limitation logical thinking in the pre-operational stage. While Piaget focused on individual learning, another theory emphasizes the role of society and culture in a child development. Let's move on to Vygotsky's socio-cultural theory. Carmen Joy Goret will share this to you.
The next theory, which is Dave Vygotsky social culture theory, highlights that learning happens best through social interaction and cultural influence. Vygotsky believed that children learn from others through communication, guidance, and shared experiences. Introduce the zone of proximal development, which is CPD, the difference between what a learner can do alone and what they can do with help. Through scaffolding, teachers or peers provide support until the child can perform tasks independently. He also emphasized that language plays a vital role in thinking and learning. Example, a child may not be able to read a difficult word alone but can do with the teacher's guidance, showing how learning happens through support and interaction. As future educators, we should be active facilitators who guide students with their CPD. By encouraging group work, communications, and collaborations, we help learners grow both academically and socially. After learning about social interactions, let's now focus on how emotions and relationships shape our growth through Eric.
I'm Evangeline Dodo, and I'm going to discuss the theory of Eric Erikson, which is the psychosocial development of theory. So, Erikson's theory focuses on how individuals develop socially and emotionally through different
theory explains how moral reasoning or understanding of right and wrong develops in stages. He identified three levels of moral development. First is the pre-conventional level. Behavior is based on avoiding punishment or gaining rewards. Second, conventional level. Decisions are made to follow rules and gain social approval. And last is the post-conventional level. Moral decisions are based on personal principles and ethics. As individuals mature, their moral reasoning becomes more developed and less focused on self-interest. For example, a young child follows rules to avoid punishment, while an older student follows rules because they believe it's fair and just. So as a future educator, we should teach not only academics, but also values like honesty, fairness, and empathy. By being good role models, we will help our students grow into morally responsible individuals. Lastly, let's take a broader look at how child surroundings and environment influence their growth through Yuri Bronfenbrenner's ecological system theory. Marjorie Alvarez will now explain.
Next theories, we have Yuri Bronfenbrenner. Bronfenbrenner's theory explains that a child's development is affected by multiple layers of environment, from family to society. He described 5 systems that influence growth. First system, we have microsystem, immediate environment like family and schools. Second one is mesosystem, connections between microsystems such as parent, teachers, interactions. Exosystem is the third one, indirect influences like parents' workplace or media. The fourth is macrosystem. We have cultures, laws, and traditions. The last one is the chronosystem, the effect of time and life changes. These systems work together to shape how a child grows, learns, and interacts. Example, a student who lives in a supportive home and learns in a positive school environment will likely grow more confidently than one who lacks this support. As future educators, we should recognize that every student has a unique background. By understanding their family, culture, and environment, we can provide inclusive and compassionate teaching. Thank you for listening.